Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we break down the 1994 Kevin Smith classic Clerks, one Dante buckling minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we are here to discuss the movie Clerks. We're at minute 42. But before we get into the movie, we get into things. Last week was a guest palooza here on the show. We had Sal come on Monday, which was really, really fun. And then I had took a couple of days off. And I'd like to apologize to our audience for the clusterfuck that was the Wednesday and Thursday shows last week, because I decided to pull a rib on Kyle and not tell him that he was going to be by himself for 2 episods. And as you can tell by the fun stuff that I did edit around and make last week's episodes, that was last week's shows. That will not happen again for the rest of this movie's run. But I sometimes you just got to rib your co-host. But Kyle, I'll throw it over to you.
Mecca like a high, Mecca honey. God, I hate you so much.
Okay, then. So that happened. That was last weekend. There you go. We move on. Here we are. We continue on from last week's scene, and we are now... Dante's on the phone finding out that the boss is going to be gone, and the script is a little different than what's on screen. I don't worry about that because I think that it's improv some stuff, obviously. But we find out that Dante's going to be stuck here all day. He's on the phone. And before I even get to the conversation with Randall, I just happen to look at the background, and we love looking at the background for shit. I'm looking at, before we even get into the background here, on the phone, there's a sign that says employee phone only, and it's written in this ridiculously bad handwriting. Where the point where I always yell at CJ for rating too big because it's on the line, and the E is like 2 E's is combined into 1 E. It's actually really, really fucking funny when you look at it and looking at it pause. Because it's like, what the fuck is that? And apparently, how many fucking cigarettes are in this fucking store? That every time we're at one of these scenes and we pause the background, and there's always cigarettes everywhere. Like, what the fuck? There's so much. What caught my attention first was Red Man. I don't know what the fuck Red Man was, so Kyle, you looked it up for me. What the fuck is Red Man?
It's a brand of chewing tobacco.
Oh, that explains that. For those listening that don't know me, I've never had any kind of tobacco, period, so I don't know any of this shit. I don't know what any of this stuff is. And one thing I noticed in the background was we actually have name brands. Yeah. We don't usually have name brands in this movie. Well, first of all, we have Misty cigarettes at this point. We're $1.65 a pack. Okay, then. Why not? We have Riviera cigarettes with $1.95 a pack. And my personal favorite, Montclair cigarettes. Right behind Randall in this scene, with the slogan, try for price, stay for taste, at $1.75 a pack.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Wouldn't it make more sense? Try for taste, stay for the price?
I don't know. I figured, let me look up Montclair cigarettes, because I think it's funny that we're in Jersey and it's Montclair cigarettes. And,
it's like saying it tastes like shit, but it's priced cheaply. So what is that, like the slogan for Shasta? Shasta. So say, try for the price, stay for the taste. Yeah, sure, it tastes like shit, but it's cheap.
Apparently, according to an article, when was this written? I have an article sitting up here from 2000 from why is it a website?
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I was being cruel at Shasta. Now, if it was RC Cola,
oh well, that's a different story. Well, I'm at a website called csnews.com, which apparently means conveniencestorenews.com. That's actually the website. Why not?
Why the fuck not?
Why not? They have a whole article about Montclair cigarettes. Actual article saying that they're putting them back on shelves this past July.
Huh.
And the irony is, even though this is a Jersey place and it's a Jersey city, they're based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Why the fuck not?
And by the way, there's also a website I found where you could buy cigarettes online.
Oh, good. You can get your cancer fix online.
Yeah, at USA-cigarettes.com, you can buy your cigarettes online. And apparently a box of Montclair cigarettes 100s is $22.50.
For that price, you get 2 packs out of the vending machine at work.
Yeah, $22.50 for 10 packs. That's actually not a bad price when you think about it. In comparison, maybe they still have the same slogan. Try for the price, stay for the taste. Even in 2017. What the fuck? You have to. Well, actually, you know what? I have to say, I don't know how people even know you can buy cigarettes online, because that would do a real dent in the. By the way, price difference between 1994 and here isn't as deep as other prices that it is in Mathol Pass. At the time when this is going on, it's $1.75 a pack. It's only $2.25 a pack in 2017. That's not a bad jump. Usually, there's a lot higher of a jump.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So you can get a carton of Montclairs for that price, or, like I said, two packs out of the vending machine at work.
I don't understand the $10 packs of cigarettes. I don't get it. I know we've had the discussion many, many times, but I don't get it.
If they're going to pollute it with smoke, they're going to pay out the ass for the privilege.
Or bring it in yourself. Because they don't check it in with fucking pockets anymore. Yeah. Obviously, by our earlier conversation about alcohol bottles, they don't check it in with pockets. Sorry about that. So, Randall hangs up after apologizing to the person he was yelling at. And then Randall just kind of sneaks into the fray. I don't know. Was he in the room the whole time? You watched a couple of minutes. Was he in the room the entire time?
I don't know.
Because he just kind of popped up in frame. And I love the fact that Randall not just takes out of this whole conversation that he's going to be here all day. He accuses him of buckling, which we'll get to in a second. But I love the fact that Dante just goes off. He just goes off on a tangent at this point.
And why the hell not? He's been through a lot of shit today.
I know, and it's only halfway through the day at this point.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to the hockey game yet. And we're halfway through the day. We haven't even gotten to the weird shit yet. That's the best part. We're not dealing with customers. We haven't even gotten to the weird shit yet. So, Randall said he didn't mention it this morning. Not a fucking word. That's slippery shit. What? I can't say that's a combination of words I've ever used. Slippery shit. And I've used some combinations of curse words before.
Well, let's see. Considering the fact that he just, left him without telling him, yeah, it's a combination of words that's well earned.
True. So, Randall calls him up for apologizing on the phone. And, valid point, you have every right to be mad. And apparently, and Randall calls him out for always backing down when people start getting mad at him. What do you think on this subject matter with this thing?
Agree 100%.
Yeah? Dante is that kind of person?
Yeah. Especially when it came with the locksmith, since he's not going to arrive till tomorrow.
I know, that's ridiculous. Okay. I don't back down. You do. You always back down. You assume blame that isn't yours. You come in when called, as opposed to enjoying your day off. You buckle like a belt. I'm not even sure if that's the line in the movie, but that's how it is in the script. Yeah. It's a valid point, a valid character breakdown of Dante right there in one sentence.
Yeah. He buckles like a belt and is a cuckolded idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think that summarizes it. We're only 40 minutes into this movie. We still got another half of this movie to go. Yeah. Have we even brought Caitlin into the movie yet? Have Caitlin has even shown up yet?
No, she hasn't shown up yet.
Officially?
No.
We oh my god. We still have so much bullshit to get through, and I'm going to have so much fun doing it. So, we end this whole thing because Dante realizes, I'm going to miss the fucking game because you buckled. And he realizes, he pretty much tells Randall, it's not helping. And that's where we end the minute. Knowing what we know about Dante at this point, do you see what's about to happening? Knowing Dante at this point?
Probably not.
I mean, I just don't see it coming when you're in context of the movie. I mean, Dante is fucking a pushover at this point.
Yeah.
It's the obvious pushover. Doesn't want to piss anybody off. But now he's at the point of, fuck you all. Fuck you all. I'm at my breaking point. I have a life. Fuck you all. Am I correct about that?
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'd be pissed off, too, if I found out that I had to man the story while the guy decides to...
go to fucking Vermont.
Yeah. Although, personally, I would have just closed it for a few days and just go, oh, you're going to do that to me, huh? Well, two can play at that game.
Why not close the store a couple times later?
Yeah.
We'll get to that as we go further in this movie. And once again, I think when we were going through this, trying to fill our spots up for these minutes, I realized these are adult minutes, and that's why we don't have guests on these minutes. I think that's what happened here. This is what's going on with us here with these minutes. So I think we're going to keep this one short and sweet. We'll get out of here while we can, unless you got anything to add.
No, not offhand, no.
That is just fine. We'll get going out of here. We do have another guest coming up into the week. I will discuss that on Wednesday's show. I will discuss that on Wednesday's show. Till then, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Clerks Minute, and join the conversation at the Clerks Convenience Store Listener Group on Facebook. We are a part of the Filling the Void Podcast Network. Thank you all for listening to us on the network. As of recording this episode, we are the number three most downloaded show on the network, behind the Blake and Sal Show and Trav and Vic, two shows that have been around for a long, long time. So, thank you all for that. At this point, we might move on to number 2 with Hammond Harris. Who knows? But as of the time of this recording, we're number 3.
Number 2.
On this one, I will plug us over on Stitcher Radio. I know a lot of people listen to Stitcher and listen to your podcast and radio stuff over there. Listen to us over on Stitcher Radio. Just search for Clerks Minute and find us there. Support the show by going to patreon.com/Clerks Minute. We are discussing the Clerks animated series, and go to TeePublic and buy some merch from the Blake and Sal Show store supporting the show. By the way, for those, I don't mention this enough, but over on patreon.com/Clerks Minute, if you actually become a Patreon at the $1 level, you get the show. You go with the $5 level, you can actually put your name in and be included on Patreon week later on in this run. Or you can be a Patreon and join the show for an episode later on in this run. We already have one person that has selected that. We have another person joining us soon. So please, it's wide open. Come over there. Help us out. And if you actually help us grow, we actually will do more episodes. That is part of the deal. So, that being said, we'll be back on Wednesday to continue this conversation. Till then, thank you so much for listening to Clerks Minute. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
Have a good day, everyone.
That's slippery shit.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts, rolling blunts and smoking.